Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's Perspective for Wednesday, June 13th. Okay, so I came back across, thank you for all who are joining me, and thank you for all who prayed for me to feel better, for my healing. I feel so much better. Okay, so I came across this poem a couple of years ago, and I absolutely love it. I don't know what reminded me of it today, but I want to read this poem to you, very short, 3 stanzas, and I want you to think of yourself. Think of yourself as I read it. It's called My Wage, and it's, I don't know when it was written, probably I think more than 100 years ago. I have to check that out. I have to figure it out. But it was written by Rittenhouse. So here it is. Hey, Bridget and Baron, thank you for all who are joining me on both platforms. Okay, it's called My Wage, and think of your life. Think of your life as I read through it. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wage, why, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have willingly paid. That's the whole point. And it makes me think that too many of us are dissatisfied and frustrated and irritated, and some of us just like flat out mad with where we are in life, with where we stand in our relationships, in our finances, in our health, in our profession, in our spiritual life. We're angry and we're mad and we're disgruntled at where we stand. Hey, Bridget. And so this poem reminds me that we get out of life what we put in. But not only what we put in, some of us are so busy, then I'm going to demand more. Half the battle, half the trick to this thing called life, just show up. And this poem reminds us that we need but ask. Too many of us are mad with what we're getting, but when we really roll the tape back and think through it, we have asked no more. The expectation, the standard of expectation, the standard of excellence was way too low. And that's what you got. You got something that was beneath your level of expectation. You're living in something that is at best mediocre. It's average. And we're not satisfied with that. We're frustrated with it. We're irritated with it because we see others. There we go again. As we peeking into other people's lives, we see other people out here doing their thing. Hey, Melody. Oh, you like my hair? I'm letting it grow. Thank you, Bridget. I'm letting it grow. So, we're watching other people's lives and getting frustrated that ours is just average. It's just out there. Hey, top talent. It's just nothing to. We're angry. We're angry when we look at our life because you know there's more. What have you asked for? Life is a just employer. Let me read that one line out. This is my favorite part of the 3 stanzas. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask, but once you have set the wage, you must bear the task. And so I'm just going to put it out there and challenge each of us to stop wasting don't waste one more millisecond of time or emotion angry at where you find your life. Don't do it. Hey, Talon, just don't even do it. It is a matter of look at what you have created. And if you don't like it, change it. And before you tell me, oh, you make that sound so easy. We gave up easy, we gave up quick. We are off quick and easy. Okay, so I recognize that it takes a tremendous amount of work, tremendous amount of effort. Dr. John Maxwell says everything worth anything is uphill. Okay, so you need to expect work. It's the whole thing, you know, we're coasting through life. Thank you, Derek. Whatever we sow, that's what we reap. So everything you do, do it as if you are doing it unto God. He's the rewarder. Okay, so, you know, we're just coasting through life. You can't coast but one direction, and that is downhill. You can't coast uphill. It's going to take some effort on our part if we want a life that is what we think of, what we dream of, what we envy, what we admire, what we respect. We're going to have to roll our sleeves up and do the work. And I submit that you are worth the work. I know I'm worth the work. Now all of us have issues. Everybody has issues. Low self-esteem is not one of mine. Never has been. Nope. That's just not anything I struggle with. So, you know, we have to recognize that we are, hey, Ty, we have to recognize that we bargain with life. And if you ask a penny for life, a penny is what you will be paid. When you renegotiate your contract with life for more, for bigger, for greater, for grander, for more expansive, when you renegotiate your contract with life, you'll get more out of life. So that's all I'm saying. The name, thank you for asking, Melody. This is called My Wage, and that's actually the title of today's Periscope, today's perspective. My Wage by Written Hour. So let me just read. It's only 3 stanzas. I got a couple of minutes. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wage, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have surely paid. My Wage by Written Hour. That's Rittenauer. I believe I spelled that correctly. So again, the whole point is renegotiate your contract with life. If you do not like where you are, if you do not like where you find yourself at this stage of your life, this stage of your finances, this stage of your health, this stage of your relationships, the stage of your profession, the stage of your spiritual growth, those 5 areas. If you don't like where you find your life, renegotiate the contract. Life is a just employer. Okay, so my challenge to you, renegotiate the contract, but pull up My Wage. You can ask Mr. Google to pull it up and it'll show up. My Wage, and renegotiate the contract if you don't like it. Until next time, take real good care of yourself.